should be getting this cuts off as well. Good evening, one and all, and what a pre-3 week it has been already. I am one of your hosts, Alistair Kennedy, and here with me as always, in the box below.
Andy Rucker here as always.
Yes.
Down in the basement.
Down in the dumps, down in the basement. Don't you open that trap door. There's something down there. So, yes, we are back. I hope you all enjoyed our Playdate reaction that was actually meant to be going live now, but we thought we would spoil you. We would get it out there. Playdate was kind of cool looking. All our thoughts are in that video, so make sure to check it out. But Andy, what have you brought us back here for in this fine pre-3 evening?
So we're going to be covering the new Battlefield 2042 official game reveal, not gameplay, but game review.
Game
trailer.
review. So I haven't seen this yet. I've seen pictures, I've seen leaks. I've seen a bit with a guy jumping out of a plane, but we'll get into that in a minute. But do you not think it's cool that we're getting Battlefield 42?
Yes, 42. If you put a 42 in your fucking game,
Sold.
I'm like in the game name.
You've sold 2
I'm gonna
copies.
buy it.
Yeah.
Probably game of the year.
Cool. So we've got the trailer ready here, and I'm going to hit play now. You ready, Andy? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yep.
Cool. So let's see what we've got here. A map. Ice. It's ice. A plane. Plane and ice. Good start. 2 planes. Flares. Explosions. A golf ball. Paratroopers.
Golf ball?
There was a white golf ball.
Oh, okay. I think that was
Yeah,
more
it's
like a telescope or something.
Nah, it's a giant. These are miniature people. These are all Ant-Men, and that's a golf ball. This is on a golf course.
This is actually Ant-Man the game, yes.
I would play Ant-Man the game.
Me too.
Right, dice. Those guys again. Oh, city.
Look how cool that fucking looks. I want all those towers to be destroyed.
That looks like a Metal Gear Solid 4.
A robot, yeah.
Yeah. Break the walls down. Break down the walls. They missed a trick here not having Chris Jericho's theme from WWE. I'm just happy it's not World War. We'll get into that later.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you've seen this, but I haven't watched it yet. This reminds me of Tom Clancy Advanced Warfare. I like a lot. Every action film would have told them that was going to happen. This team's not very good. This is the team me and you would be on.
Yeah, that's definitely us.
That's you. That's not
Tag.
me. That's me in the ground there.
That's the big Don from the PlayStation Show UK. The
Oh,
Tag
yeah.
Master.
Cool tank.
See, Motley Crue.
I don't know any of the songs. Rockets.
Kickstart my heart.
Is it a Tesla? It looked like it did say Tesla.
It did, but I don't think so. I think it's just whatever name we've come up with. It's a rocket ship that's going to launch.
Time to penis. Neon
I'm guessing,
City.
like,
Tokyo?
yeah, like, that's fucking cool.
Tokyo, New York, something? Definitely
I think it's Tokyo.
America, maybe?
Like, it could be, because it's like, it's near future, so, like,
Yeah, it's what, 20 years
yeah,
old?
it could be. Yeah. Boom!
This is what happens after COVID, folks.
This is in only 21 years' time, bear in mind. Quad bikes confirmed. Yes.
This looks like it's created in the engine, like the way that quad bike hit the copter.
Oh yeah. It is. It said in engine footage.
I don't know this song at all. I don't like it.
Things are back. It's a weird version of the song. I actually don't like this version of the song, but yes.
Wouldn't happen because he'd have a lack of oxygen.
He's got a breathing mask thing on.
This would not happen. That's impossible.
Anyway, in Battlefield, I am absolutely sure that has happened. Somebody actually did that in the game.
Jumped out a plane, shot someone, and jumped back in.
jumped out of a plane, shot another plane with a rocket launcher, and then got back in their plane. I'm sure that happened. In Battlefield, obviously, not in real life. Oh shit.
Oh, it's just cause 4.
Yeah.
It's Ghost from COD.
Yep. Look at this little taxi thing. How fun is that going to be to drive?
That's my go-to vehicle.
Definitely.
It's Fortnite Season 7. Why walk when you can fly? That was a cool wee thing there. Okay. Cool. Battlefield 2042. Awesome. I'm going to find your link just now if I can. I can't see a link. Can you send it to me in WhatsApp?
Yes, hold on.
So I'll talk about this. So seeing the trailer, obviously it's not gameplay. We'll do one for the gameplay as well. It's got me excited for Battlefield again because the last one I enjoyed was 4. Because they went World War One, they went World War Two, and I didn't enjoy. I just don't enjoy those games. Didn't enjoy the last COD, World War Two, and that's why this year, like, I don't think I'm getting COD, and I know I say that every year, but the only time that I didn't really buy COD was the World War Two Call of Duty. I did not like it. I know you got it, but I just didn't like it.
I got it and tried it, and I didn't like it. I also didn't like Battlefield 1. I also didn't like Battlefield 5. Like, the time for these World War games has passed.
I think so.
Such time as they can, until such time as they can make a first-person, story-based World War game that is like that actually accurately captures the horror of war. Like, once they can do that,
yeah, make it a horror game.
Make another one, not multiplayer. Make a single-player game where it is like you can focus in on one person and tell their story.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
But having it as a multiplayer game, it takes all the horror out of it, and that's what it was. Like, when you're basing it into realism like that and those type of wars. When you chuck into these future wars, then you can have all the fucking fun you want. Like, you can have a man jumping out of a fighter jet and using a rocket launcher to shoot another fighter jet and then get back in his fighter jet. You can do that. That's fine. But you can't do things like that in a World War game.
No, I wouldn't say so. So you've given me this link to look at. Battlefield 2042, yeah. Battlefield 42 as we'll be calling it from now forward, marks a return to the iconic all-out warfare of the franchise. Adapt and overcome dynamically changing battlegrounds, which means we've added Hurricanes, with the help of your squad and a cutting-edge arsenal. With support for 128 players, 64 aside, they've always been known for their big teams. Prepare for unprecedented scale on vast environments, take on massive experiences from updated multiplayer modes, Conquest, Breakthrough to the all-new Hazard Zone. So what we've got here is all-out warfare, iconic modes, Conquest and Breakthrough returning, Battlefield 42 with 128 players. They're grander and more. Every time I see 128 anywhere, even if it's an SD card, Andy, it always reminds me of Mario. Remember when it was going to be Mario 128 after Mario 64? So it has
for Mario's Mountain, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, remember they'd done the concept of loads of Marios at
I
E3.
remember.
Hazard Zone, squad up and drop down into the new Hazard Zone. High stakes multiplayer experience. Stay tuned for more information. Redacted Battlefield in a new experience designed as a love letter to our fans. Coming to Battlefield 42. Stay tuned for more details on July 22nd. So we'll cover that when it comes. That's going to be an interesting one. Now that I've seen it here, my prediction was it was going to be the mobile game. That is no longer my prediction now that I've seen it here. So maps, get an even greater sense of spectacular large-scale battles on 7 maps designed for all-out war experience of Battlefield 42. Each battlefield has distinct combat areas housed in a single play space, more variety and a meaningful vehicle gameplay. The vehicles were always pretty good. It's got a dynamic world, cutting edge arsenal.
I can't wait to see the vehicles in this game. 7 maps. Do you think that's enough for now?
No, for now, yes, I absolutely do. We'll get back to the content of the game in a second. So you've got specialists, 4 classes. You've got the world. So yes, it looks like it's in the United States because it says in 2042 extreme weather events and resource conflicts have shifted the balance of global power. The United States and Russia stand at the brink of war. That's kind of current-ish. Imagine this has come out during Trump's era. He wouldn't have allowed it to come out. While a mix of non-patriot and people that might laugh about that, he blocked a whole ecosystem, like a whole phone. While a mix of non-patriated combat veterans, independent groups known as task forces. Live service, fine. Seasons, battle passes, deliver new content. First year we'll deliver 4 seasons with 4 battle passes, 4 new specialists. Pre-order now, so I'm going to click on that because there's different versions of the game you can get, Andy. So you can get it on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, EA Play. EA Play Pro, you can get early access to the open beta and access to Battlefield 42 on the 15th of October, so you get it like a week early if you purchase any of the 2 higher level ones. Don't think I'll be doing that, to be fair. However, the higher level ones does seem to be that they're bundled with so you've got, let's compare the editions. Standard edition, you get the beta, you get a Baku ACB 90 melee takedown knife, Mr. Chompy epic weapon charm, landfall player card, and the background and old guard tag. With the gold edition, you get all that, plus you get the year 1 pass, which is basically your season pass for year 1, which will get you the 4 specialists, 4 battle passes, and 3 epic skin bundles. That seems quite a lot, going from experience on what like battle passes usually cost, from like the Avengers to Fortnite and stuff. So that's maybe like 40 quid worth right there. So if it's about £80, I would say that's about... No, sorry, what's the price of a game now? 60, 70? This is cross-gen, isn't it?
Cross-gen, yeah.
So it'll be 50, so this might be about 80, 90 pounds. And then the Ultimate Edition, I'm guessing, is going to be over 100. Ultimate Edition, you get everything, plus you get a Midnight Ultimate Bundle, which no one knows what it is, so, and an art book and a soundtrack. I don't think the Ultimate Edition is worth it. I think the Gold Edition, depending on pricing, could be worth a punt, to be fair. Yeah. So the one thing that makes me want to pre-order is the beta. So we'll talk about that in a second. Let's go back. So there's the things you get there. I'll leave that up there. So you get Mr. Chompy, which is a T-Rex weapon charm. You get a knife, and you get landfall player card background. Right, so my thoughts. 7 maps, circling back. Yeah, the size of Battlefield maps, 7. As long as you can choose them or they rotate like hourly or every 2 hours, fine. Because I've played games like this before where the maps didn't rotate enough and it was really annoying. No campaign, which is disappointing because Battlefield campaigns are usually a highlight for me. The campaigns are usually well done. However, in this day and age, they've obviously realised it's a huge cost and drain of resources. Much more than a Hollywood movie to make a game, because you're hiring Hollywood talent to do voices usually to draw people in, and then you've got story writers, everything. I get why they've done it, but do you not remember them criticising Call of Duty for doing this in Black Ops 4? They highly criticised Call of Duty doing that back then. And I mean, when you look at Black Ops 4, all we needed was 1 map. My only issue is that there's no Battle Royale day 1, and there's no campaign, so this is it. I know the deathmatch is kind of bigger in this, but I don't know, I'm just kind of accustomed to Battle Royale at this point, that I really wanted it in this, and I hope that it doesn't take too long after launch. I do want it. I think you've got a few theories that you'll talk about in a minute of how we might be able to get it without pre-ordering, how other people might be able to get it without pre-ordering it. This is obviously speculation, folks. I definitely think it's one worth looking at because Call of Duty is going to the World War, as we said, and you've got Halo as well. I think Call of Duty is going to come third this year. Really do. Halo's always... I've got this prediction for Halo that I'm going to say again now. They're going to make that multiplayer free to download separate, because when you do that on Xbox now, you don't need gold. And the amount of players that can just buy an Xbox and not subscribe to anything and download Halo Infinite along with their Fortnite that will jump onto Halo, it'll boost their numbers through the roof. And it's a no-brainer to do this. Like, just put it as a separate download from the main game, which is going to be in Game Pass anyway. Yeah, I'm excited because last year's Call of Duty didn't really sing to me. This is kind of like going by that sort of reveal trailer. It kind of looks like a mix of Battlefield 4 with the big buildings, destruction, and also a Tom Clancy Advanced Warfighter style game with the future tech and stuff, which is cool. Obviously not as tactical based, I would imagine, because it's all multiplayer. I'm fine with the games being all multiplayer now. Am I fine with it being like a £60-70 purchase, which it well could be? Not really, but I paid it for Black Ops 4 and I had so much fun with that. It looks like everybody that we know is getting this as well, so there's not going to be a shortage of people playing it. So yeah, I'm going to get this either way. But anyway, I'll pass over to you, Andy, because obviously you watched this earlier, you were excited for this all week, and then when I told you what the name was earlier today, you were like, no way. So Battlefield 42, what's your thoughts? Did you like that? Are you excited? Has this got you more or less excited? And what's your opinions on the maps and multiplayer deathmatch basically only for the first however long, say 6 months, I'll guess. And also I want to hear your thoughts on its delivery method, possibly, too. I want to hear your prediction about Sunday. Xbox.
Yeah, so yeah. I want to talk about the actual review for this.
Yeah, of course.
All, right?
Yeah,
because they'd put in that they were going to do a stream, and they'd put up the stream was going to begin at a specific time, and then the stream began at that time, but it was a 1 hour countdown that began at that time, a 1 hour countdown to your stream that you advertised. Like,
yeah.
What is this? And then when it actually became time for the stream, then there was another 2 minute countdown into the trailer. So just countdown. Like, oh my god. And obviously it was only a 5 minute trailer, and I was like, when it finished, I'm like, oh, I want to know more now. What the fuck? Like, because normally when a big game gets revealed by like this, it's at an event or something like that, and somebody comes out, like a talking head comes out and goes,
hi, I'm the chief director of DICE Studios.
Yeah. In the world of Battlefield 5, you'll be able to do X, or Battlefield 2042.
Destruction like you've never seen. Yep.
Some talking head comes out, and I was like, oh, that's super weird that they didn't do that. But like after the video had finished, like my YouTube stream just went and auto-played onto someone else's video that was streaming about Battlefield, and that's where it took me onto this website, which is obviously EA's official website. And they were like looking on EA's website and going over all the details. Obviously EA just put all the details out there, and they did have a preview event. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. That they got people to. I don't think it was in person, but they got people to preview the game anyway. So that became all the talking heads, like all the internet people, like the influencers and whatnot, talking about Battlefield. So like Jack Frags did a video, and like Kind of Funny did a video on Xcast and things like that. So that's where the talking heads came in. I'm like, okay, that's an interesting way to deliver it in this year, because obviously they don't have a stage show at this moment in time. So but yeah, like I would have appreciated all the info they are like all in this one video, but I also get why they didn't do that, because you, like, if you're getting the information from the mouthpiece of a company like EA, like, it doesn't come across as genuine as if someone else is giving you their opinion on it, like we do, and like guys from like Kind of Funny and that do in other companies as well. So I actually liked that quite a lot. Like, but I wish they'd said that beforehand. This is going to be a 5 minute reveal trailer, and then all the preview content will go live from all your favorite like people. But all the information's out there now. So with regards to the actual trailer itself, it was fine. It got me hype enough, and it gives you just a taster of like, here's kind of what you can expect. No gameplay obviously, but they did say that gameplay's coming on the 13th. Now the 13th is Sunday coming up. 4 days away, right? 4 days away. And that's on Sunday coming up. And I immediately saw people going like, oh my god, they're doing another event like this quickly? What the hell? They're not doing another event. This is going to be Microsoft's event on Sunday as part of their showcase. And my prediction with that, knowing that now, is that this is going to go into Game Pass day one. Telling you that now.
The thing that kind of backs up, sorry to interrupt, was because I was thinking about this and I'm like, there's no chance, and then I thought, well, hold on a minute. There's no way they're wrangling COD out of PlayStation, because they've had that deal in place for ages. They've got a good relationship with EA, because they took on EA Access before it became EA Play and said, yeah, come on, let's be part of Game Pass, and PlayStation begrudgingly took it on after saying it wasn't good value to gamers. So the fact that it isn't a big campaign, it isn't Battle Royale day one, it's just your death matches, and I'm probably underplaying what you're going to get, but that's don't set your sights high for this, because that's what you're getting. They've already said it's coming in stages. There's every possibility. I think if this was a fully fledged Battlefield like 5 or 1, you know, with your campaign, your multiplayer, the lot, day one, I know you didn't get the Battle Royale, but that was added in when Battle Royale became popular, but say like Battlefield 4, there's no way something like that was going straight to Game Pass, but this, in its current form, there's no reason why it's not going to Game Pass. And like you pointed out, there's nothing scheduled for E3 that I've seen on the app and the stuff we have access to that says EA or Battlefield or anything. So you're right, the only conference is Microsoft, and if they can drop at E3 that Game Pass subscribers are going to get Battlefield 42 day one,
when people have just been hyped up by this trailer and all the info dump coming out, yeah, like I think this is a big one if Microsoft can get that in there. And like they got fucking MLB like on Game Pass day one.
Yeah, that's a big one. And I know over here baseball's not as popular, but Major League Baseball stays in the charts in America.
Oh,
yeah. So for them to land MLB, like a Sony fucking exclusive game, for them to wangle in that and say, we want it, speak to they've probably went to the MLB themselves and said, look, here's our offer, here's the audience you can reach.
Totally, yeah.
And I mean, like EA having that relationship when Microsoft embraced EA Access first on Xbox and straight to Game Pass, almost like within the first few months you got EA Play. Sorry, it was maybe the first year at least it came because the deal get made, but I could see this happening, man. Like I could.
So the way that like we've just,
or is it going to be a best on Xbox thing? That's the other option.
Maybe, yeah, but like my prediction is that you'll get the base version coming to the Game Pass, because they ultimately want you to buy their Battle Pass, right? So as long as they've got the game in your hands, they want to sell you that Battle Pass, because that's where they're really making the money off this, getting you on board and keeping you playing. Like that's where they want to get you.
Well, they described it as a live service, haven't they? Like so.
Exactly. So like your Battle Pass might be £10 for however long it is, maybe. It's usually 3 months.
I think it's in quarters, so it said like 4 for the first year, so every 3 months new Battle Pass, and if you buy the gold edition you get that free, so that's like £40 worth is the way that I value it.
Yeah. So I mean, if you could get a good chunk of people to download it on Game Pass and buy that Battle Pass, which a lot of people will do to give them the progression, because a lot of people's used to it from Fortnite and from COD and stuff now. They like that, and this will give them something different to play outside of Warzone, because Warzone's like, it's changed up a little bit, but it's not changed that much.
Outside of World War, Call of Duty.
Well, yeah, I mean, Warzone is not like World War stuff.
However,
like,
they've said Call of Duty said the next Warzone map is going to be a World War II theme. Like they're redoing it, and it's going to be the biggest Warzone map they've ever done. So Warzone's even going to be lumbered with World War stuff in it.
I mean, like that could be exciting, but like here's
the other thing: Battle Royale's not coming to this day one, so they need this in a lot of people's hands quick. There's going to be a lot of people put off that there's no campaign and no Battle Royale. There simply is. You're not usually a multiplayer fan outside of Battlefield, to be honest. You know, like for Call of Duty and things. So I'm talking a standard deathmatch and games like that. You're not the biggest fan of them, Andy. So there's plenty of people like you that are in it for the campaign. I like the campaign. I like my Battle Royale. I still want to get this either way, but I could 100% see them going, Call of Duty Warzone, people are getting that free anyway, so they're going to be playing that. How are we going to get this to free players? And the way that I can see it is give it to Game Pass. So, and that's a way of circumventing it on EA, so they're still making money from PlayStation owners, do you know what I mean? And PC owners. Well, depending on the Game Pass, because they could do it to PC Game Pass as well. Which, I think if they don't, there'll be an outcry. Or if they do it PC only, Xbox fans will kick up, so...
I could see them doing it to Game Pass on Xbox, but not PC. Because they want you to get the Origin Pro thing on PC.
They do.
So they won't put it to Game Pass on PC, but I think they will do it to Xbox. But there's 7 maps, and usually they're pretty good with rotating them. Like I played a lot of Battlefield 4 and like hundreds of hours of it, and they were always pretty decent for actually rotating them. So I don't see any issue there. The maps look interesting. Like this one with the spaceship, I'm fucking all about that. Like, like having a battle around about a rocket launch. Like, can the rocket crash down? Like, can you shoot
Yeah,
it down?
can you bring it down? Can you get on the rocket?
Can you get on the rocket and go up to space? Like that. These are the questions that I want to play around with in that space, and obviously that goes for every map, and like you can experiment around with this shit, and you can do. You've always been able to do all sorts of mad shit in Battlefield games.
Crazy destruction.
Just interacting with the stuff that's going on in there. Like me and Fraser used to play this so much, and like there was one map that had a giant fucking satellite dish in it that was like lying on the ground basically, and you could take a quad bike up into that and just like driving around it. It was fucking so cool.
Yeah, you guys stuck with that
then
like
I
a lot
expect
longer.
all this bit.
I think I get
Yeah.
put off that game because, was it the campaign? I wanted to play a lot of the campaign, and I think it glitched on me, and I'm like, I ain't redoing
Yeah.
this. And I think I gave up on it, and you guys ended up playing into the DLC, because this was back during the days where, some of your friends have got the season pass and you can't play those maps, or like, say me and you played, it happened to me a lot with Call of Duty with you, because I would have the season pass
Yeah.
for like, say, Ghosts, and you're like, I can't play those maps, so I would have to deselect them in rotation, and it was so irritating. And then I can't remember who did it first, but they just went, okay, I think it was Call of Duty to be fair, and they went, the season pass is free for everyone because we want everybody to
Yeah.
play. The real money's in, they've realised the real money isn't the season passes, and you're splintering your user base by going, okay, these 5 maps you have to pay for, everyone else gets these 5. There's not going to be everybody buying those 5. You want everybody playing together and still spending money on cosmetics and stuff. So the way to do it is a battle pass. I think you could be right. I think Sunday's going to be very interesting. I think Xbox is going to be a, holy shit, I can't believe they did that. Oh my god, they've done this. I think it's going to be very much like that. And I've got this fear now, talking about E3 as a general, I don't know if we're going to see this Switch Pro now. I just have this feeling that we're not going to see it.
Conversation for Tuesday. We'll talk about it on Tuesday.
I've just got this
but
fear.
These maps, I'm excited for them. Like I'm really happy to be going back into like big cities with big towers and shit again. Antarctica, I'm not too keen on that. Like I'm fed up of ice from Gears fucking 5. Like I'm sick of seeing ice.
And there was ice maps in Call of Duty. What one was it?
Yeah, and there was ice maps in Battlefield before as well. And like, so I'm
don't like
confident they'll do
ice.
something interesting with it. But I generally don't like ice maps particularly.
No.
But you know, the other maps I'm like all fucking in for, excited, and like the weather kind of revolution idea, interesting, because you could have a tornado come through and just rip through like a path on the map and just
Lightning
fuck
and stuff,
up all the
maybe?
buildings and yeah, like all sorts of mad shit going on. So like that's cool. I like the idea of that. Like I think it's definitely time for like a proper modern Battlefield game to come
Yep.
back. Like this, the fighting space, the shooter space is missing that at the moment, because it doesn't have a big game where you can go in and you can jump in and out of helicopters and fucking planes
No,
and
because
shit like that.
Call of Duty went from like Advanced Warfare, which not Advanced Warfare, Future. What was the one in Conor McGregor was in? Whatever the one that was, and people seem to not like it. And then it went backwards, and like last year we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Infinite Warfare. Yeah.
Infinite Warfare, but then last year we got Call of Duty. Sorry, last year we basically got like Black Ops, which was like Vietnam era almost, was it? Black Ops 4-ish, and not really, because then we got Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops was Vietnam, wasn't it? And then we got Modern Warfare, which was set as a prequel to the original Modern Warfare. Now we're going even further back to World War II. It's like, don't they get that people like the modern day setting or slightly in the future? There's a fine line. You can either do it today or like this 10, 20 years down the line. See, when you go to like rocket suits and stuff, people go, I'm not playing this, it's Halo. Halo covers all that, guys. So all you need to do is rotate it between present day, like 2021 or whenever, and 2042 or 2052. Jump a wee bit in the future so you can go, yeah, drones can do this now. And that's all you need to do. People like this sort of stuff. It's proven. It's a proven formula. Going to World War, like, I think Battlefield get burned during Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 and realised, okay, we can't do this. This is what they're good at. And see, when you see all the things from the studio about this, Andy, like a love letter to Battlefield 4 and 3 fans, we're trying to dedicate it to them. We're trying to recapture the fun those games had, because they realise that's where the biggest audience was. And Battlefield 3 and 4 is really when they were taking it to Call of Duty, and some people were jumping ship and Call of Duty went down, I'm saying. and Battlefield was going up. The only reason Call of Duty came back up was because of those Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 games where folk went, yeah, we've seen this for an entire 2 generations over PS2 and PS3. I don't want my PS4 filled with World War again. No, thank you. So now we're getting this.
See, everybody did say, like, I want a World War II game. Like, I'm sure I even said it, like, I want a World War II for this.
I never did.
A new graphics engine. Like, it's going to be incredible. And then it came out, people were like, actually, I don't want this. Like,
because it's
give
slow.
me the modern stuff again.
Reloading
It's
slow.
cumbersome, like, oh.
The environments look bland and drab, and like, don't get me wrong, it's realistic and authentic, but it's like, it's no fun to play. It's like Forza Horizon 4. Yes, it's accurate to Britain, but it's dull and boring. That's what it's like staying here. So this excites me. The only thing is, no one's going to want to go Russia, apart from people in Russia playing this. Sorry if you're watching, but like,
it doesn't. You don't get a choice. It just happens. You get put on whatever side. Speaking on the no campaign thing, right? Like, for me, Battlefield 3 campaign, like, I wasn't particularly fussed by it. I played a bit of it, never finished it. Battlefield 4 campaign did the same thing for me as it did for you. It glitched out on me, and I was like, oh, okay, like, I could go back. I wasn't that far into it. I could go back and delete my save and start again. But like, I don't really care that much. I'm just going to stick with the multiplayer. And like, the multiplayer of Battlefield 4, like, I've put over 200 hours into that. I was a rocket man. I had a rocket launcher that was like, you aimed it and it locked on. You had to hold it for like a certain amount of time and then fire it. It was cool as fuck. Absolutely loved doing that. And I also was a repair guy, so like, I'd run around and repair stuff. I had so much fun with that. Like, probably, like, maybe outside of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, like, probably the best multiplayer that I've ever played, like, in terms of fun. It was incredible.
We'll wrap up here, because obviously it's a 5-minute trailer, and we did say we'd go half an hour, and we've just hit the half-hour mark. If it doesn't come to Game Pass, you said you'd get it in PlayStation, right? So the pricing, I've got the pricing up here now, Andy, right? Cross-generation game, we thought 50. However, you've got to remember, they've kind of handicapped the last generation by like smaller maps, smaller things. So it is kind of next gen, last gen, different versions. It's not like an upgrade.
Like NBA. It's like NBA.
Yeah. So your standard edition, Andy, $70. It's full price next gen.
It's a next gen only game, yeah, it makes sense.
Yep, your gold bundle. I was kind of right with my predictions here, by the way, because I said there's about 4. In fact, gold edition's the best value here, right? If you like it, because it's $89.99, right? That's 90.
Okay.
But when you say it's a tenner, if you imagine it's £10 a battle pass, which is standard across every game I've ever played, that's £40 worth of value, right? So you're getting that half price basically for 20 quid for a year's worth of battle passes, and then you get the ultimate edition for an extra £20. You get a digital art book and soundtrack, so for £110. So I would say
whatever that pack is that we don't know what it is.
Yes, the midnight bundle, whatever that is. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be a skin
that's
like
exclusive
a skin plus a gun skin.
Yeah,
it's going to be exclusive to that.
Which is, I don't think it's worth the money, but I would say probably in this, when you're paying £70 anyway, it might be worth paying the extra 20 in advance for your season pass. So £70, I'm not going to bother with the pennies. £70 for your standard, £90 for your gold, and £110 for the ultimate. So ultimate can get out the window. Standard's fine, but it can go in the sea when for £20 I'm going to get my season pass for the year. So that's probably the one that I'll go for. I don't think I'm going to pre-order it. Depends when the beta is, what the access is like, but again, I'm going to wait for the weekend and see what it brings us. If it comes to Game Pass, then I ain't worried. I'll buy a season pass, do you know.
We got the release date as well, October 22nd, and they did confirm that last gen and current gen are not cross-play.
Makes sense. Or not different maps.
Across gen versions, we don't know. But yeah, on the last gen versions, you're 64 players only, so it's 32 v 32.
Yeah.
And on the current gen, you're talking 64 v 64, so double the amount of players, which is going to be fucking cool as shit. I can't wait to do that. Like, it's going to be fun.
As far as I can see here, Andy, your gold edition and your ultimate edition gets you the PS4 version as well, which is cool if you've got friends that don't have a PS5 yet.
Well, I mean, it's not going to give you it as a code or anything like that. It's just going to give you like access to it through your desktop.
No, what I mean is then you can play with them in their version of the game, because you've just said you can't play with PS5 people.
Yeah, I suppose you could do that, but
Yeah.
like when you're jumping back and forward between two games, is there cross progression? We don't know at this moment.
Not sure.
One thing I just wanted to kind of correct you on from earlier is you mentioned that it was like the main mode's kind of like deathmatch. It's not deathmatch. Like deathmatch is like totally different from this.
Do you
Like,
kill
this
the
is
other
a
team and the
war.
team with the most? You can call it what you want. You can say it's bigger,
Conquest-
but if you kill
Conquest
more
mode.
people, you
Conquest
win.
mode. Conquest mode is the standard battlefield mode, and generally it's capture the flag. Is what you're doing.
No, but what I mean, I was just generalising. There's no correction to be made here because deathmatch will be a part of this.
Deathmatch.
No, Conquest isn't
not
deathmatch, but deathmatch will be. What I'm saying is it's a multiplayer suite, and deathmatch will probably be one of your options. So
No deathmatch. No deathmatch.
there's no you can't confirm or say anything about that because your multiplayer suite
Anyway,
could have Conquest. It could have vehicle-based combat only modes because I've seen them do that before, and deathmatch is in it sometimes too, and also King of the Hill and things like that. So that's what I was referring to. No correction required, apart from you saying there's not going to be any deathmatch.
Anyway, 22nd of October, this
Sure.
game's coming out. I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome. Game Pass, maybe we'll see. That's my prediction. The only thing is with Halo, like, do they want to compete it against Halo? It's going to compete with Halo either way, but do you want it to give it to everyone?
I think the answer is yes, because if you're Microsoft and you can drop this on your Game Pass service and get more people, think about the amount of people just now that are downloading Battlefield 5 and 1 that never played them just because the hype from this trailer. Think about the amount of people, right? And now if on Sunday people are still talking about it going, I can't wait to see this Battlefield 42 gameplay, and they tune in and then it says Game Pass day one, they're going to be like, I need an Xbox. I need Game Pass.
Do you know what's hilarious? Like, there's a couple of places that are giving away Battlefield 4 for free right now. Battlefield 4, not Battlefield 1 or 5, not the last two releases that are both like old games at this point. They're giving away Battlefield 4.
But it makes
'cause that's
sense.
the game they want you to remember.
Yeah.
They want you to jump back in and go like, yeah, this is still fun because it's still a good game.
I even considered
Yeah, so-
downloading it again tonight. I even considered downloading Battlefield 4.
big.
It's too big an install,
big.
yeah, it's not worth it.
100 gig.
Don't get me wrong, I've got extra space on my Xbox, but anyway, this is going to be cool, and I think that they're going to have past maps in that new mode, just to speculate a bit more, that they said that it's going to be for fans of old Battlefield games. I think they're going to rotate maps. They might even have, remember the map that was it Battlefield 1942 or 43, where it was just multiplayer only. I played it on the 360 and it was like a long island and you started on either side and you had to kind of capture the bases all the way down the map and the other team fought towards you. That could be a cool one to throw in this with all the modern stuff and in a much
Yeah.
not this was fine, but it's not set on this map. This map's 1943. So yeah, I was going to download Battlefield 4, but what I'm saying is if Xbox can get, there's going to be fans of this that don't play Halo. That's what Xbox will know. They know the Halo audience, and if they say Halo multiplayer is free, Battlefield 42 is free, where are you going for shooters this winter? You're going to Xbox. That's where you're going.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't matter what Call of Duty does. Like, you're going to
No.
go to Xbox because you're going to get those two big games
Yeah,
because you can't get them anywhere else, or you could, but you have to pay more money.
£70.
Plus, can you get a PS5 right now? Are you going to be able to get a PS5 by Christmas? Probably not. Can you get a Series S though?
Yes.
Fucking yes, you can.
On
Go
the
on
shelves.
Amazon right now. You can buy it for 50
Argos.
quid.
Yep.
Like,
You can buy them quite easily. Here's the worrying caveat for that, Andy. What if they drop the PS4 version like they did with NBA? They dropped the Xbox One version like they did with NBA, and not the next gen version for this
I mean, oh right, okay. I
on
see.
Game Pass.
Give it that on Game Pass. So I suppose it gives you a taster, but like, no, I'm going to buy the current.
I would
gen
buy the
version.
current gen one like I did with NBA, absolutely, but that would be most frustrating to say the least. However, anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. What have we got scheduled next for E3? Have you got any? Do you know what we're doing next for E3? Are you prepared?
Just whatever comes. Like, it depends what
That's
comes.
enough.
Depends what happens. On Friday there's going to be something. Friday.
No, but is there
And
anything
Saturday.
tomorrow? Is there anything tomorrow?
Tomorrow? No, I don't think there is anything tomorrow.
Nothing
There
tomorrow.
could be, but we don't know yet.
Cool.
There's nothing in the E3 media app that we don't know.
Sure. So anyway, thank you very much. Stay tuned here in 42 for all your E3 2021 coverage of the good stuff, and we will catch you all whenever. Like, this week's kind of a random week going forward. We're at the end of pre-3 leading into E3. We've got like one more day. Tomorrow's the last day of pre-3, so if there's nothing, there may be another pre-3 show, possibly with myself, possibly with Andy as well. Well, definitely with myself, possibly with Andy, like with more speculations, rumours and stuff, because I did have a show planned for this week. But if something like this pops up tomorrow, then we'll be covering that. So stay posted on the channel, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe, tell your pals, write a comment, tell us we suck, tell us we're good, whatever. We just like to hear from you. Thanks very much and enjoy your pre-3. Bye!